So guys, welcome back to another video. This is another US state type reaction, and this one is something that I've actually been wanting to know because I've done reactions to, like, I recently did a reaction to the tallest buildings in each US state, and some of them surprised me. I mean, a state having the biggest building being just a flat, just a block of apartments or a block of flats, however you call it, flats in the UK, but apartments in the US, being the tallest building, sort of brought the idea to my head, like, do some states just not have cities? Or, I mean, I know that's probably not the case, but like, because when you think of a city, you think of it having like just big buildings, I guess you could say, but some of the buildings were so small in certain states, and it just sort of triggered my interest in that. But I don't know if this video is the best one out there, but I searched up this sort of topic, and it said, and this one was the one that popped up first, and it's biggest city in each state. I don't know much about this channel. I mean, it's a small channel. I've never actually seen this channel before, but I'm interested in seeing this reaction. And if you want to see more individual US type reactions, just suggest under this video what you'd like to see next. I'm really enjoying these sort of niche type reactions. They're not really what people usually react to on YouTube, but this sort of stuff is what interests me, and I don't know, I just find it quite fun, and I'm just interested and excited to get into this, but hopefully you guys are going to enjoy. Quick shout out to my second channel and my Instagram and my Twitter, all links in the description for those interested in seeing those. And I mean, yeah, let's just get into this one. Let's see the biggest city in each individual state, and I'm just curious as to, like, especially the smaller states, like the populations. Hopefully it shows the populations, but like the populations, and just seeing that side of things. But what's the 720? But yeah, let's get into this. Wait, will I have to move? Is there any audio? Oh, it's some typical YouTube music. I'm going to move my camera. I hope there's nothing in the top right hand corner then. If there's anything here, if there's anything really important, I'll move it again, but hopefully this is the spot. So Burlington, Vermont, population. What the fuck? Vermont has, the biggest city in Vermont has 42,000 people. Jeez. That is small. Charleston, West Virginia, population 51,000. I don't want the audio too loud, but I think if it's too quiet, it's a bit shit. So I'll just put it like here. I also want to see. Sorry, this is very messed up start. I apologise. No, too loud. Oh my god, this is a stinker of a start. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, we're gonna watch it from the start so I can actually look at the town, or look at the cities. So Burlington, Vermont. I did see this one properly. I mean, it's a nice scenery for sure. It's just crazy how that's the biggest city there. Charleston, West Virginia, population. The biggest city in West Virginia is only 51,000. See, that is such a surprise to me. Nice looking city again though. Cheyenne, Wyoming, population 59,000. See, this again, I always bring this up, but the city I'm from is a relatively small, it is quite a small city in the UK, and I think it's 190,000 or 200,000 people. So just sort of that sort of idea just makes me feel like it's just crazy how a state's biggest city is smaller than the city I'm from, and the city I'm from is not a big city, but I mean, to be fair, the buildings in the city are bigger than the buildings in my city, so it's kind of weird how the population is so much smaller, but they've still got all these sort of relatively tall, I'm not going to say skyscrapers because they're not that tall, but tall ass buildings that would be big, like would be the biggest probably buildings in the city that I'm from. Portland, Maine, population 66,000. So there's two cities called Portland then. That's quite interesting. Wilmington, Delaware, population 70,000. Billings, Montana, 104,000. Why is it so basic? What the fuck? Oh, I'll leave it. Fargo, North Dakota, population 105,000. Not a great picture, to be honest. Also, let me know if you're from any of these cities. I'd be interested in like knowing whether you are and what these cities are like in person. Manchester, New Hampshire, 109,000. What are these pictures? Charleston, South Carolina, population 129,000. So they're getting bigger slowly, man. Bridgeport, Connecticut, population. See, I would have thought states like Connecticut would have like cities that at least like 200 to 300 to 400,000. I don't know why. But I just hear these states and I just feel like these, I don't know why again, but I just hear the states and they're just, like, they're states that I can recognise. So they're obviously big states or like just, not important, like influential states. So it's just kind of weird to me that the biggest cities are, again, I say small, maybe not small is the right word, but they are pretty damn like, they are pretty damn small in terms of population. Can't even say that. Sioux Falls, South Dakota, population 153,000. Jackson, Mississippi, population. I thought Jackson was bigger than that. I don't know why. 173,000. Providence, Rhode Island, 178,000. Salt Lake City. I mean, that is a nice looking city. I mean, from that view, it looks nice as hell. I know they've got, wait, Salt Lake City. They've got the soccer team. I know that. That's probably why I know the city. But again, I don't know why. I just thought it was a bit of a bigger population, but obviously it's not. But that looks like a busy ass city as well. To be fair, look at all the lights. Little Rock, Arkansas, population 194,000. So this is the most similar to where I'm from now, I would say. Boise, Idaho, population 205,000. Look at the mountains in the background, man. Oh my days. Birmingham, Alabama, population 212,000. Des Moines, Iowa, population 215,000. Newark, New Jersey, population 277,000. So now these are names that I'm more familiar with. The ones at the start I wasn't too aware of. Not this, I can't, Anchorage, again, butchering pronunciation. Alaska with a population 290,000. That's a surprise to me. That is a surprise to me. I thought the biggest city in Alaska would be much smaller than that. That is quite surprising. It's crazy how some inland states have cities a lot smaller than this one in Alaska, but I guess with Alaska, a lot of the people who live there live in this city because it's probably the most livable sort of place, maybe. But still, that is quite surprising to me. Honolulu, Hawaii, population. See, I find this one really interesting because you look at this and it looks massive. But like, how much of the island does this take up on Hawaii? Because I know there's a couple islands there. I don't really know much about Hawaii, but you look at this and it looks massive. And it looks so tropical, etc. Is this like all tourist attractions, or is this like where people, like, are these like apartments where people live, or is this like hotels where people come and stay? Because I know Hawaii is a huge tourist attraction for a lot of people. A place where a lot of tourists go to on like holidays and stuff, or 343,000, New Orleans, Louisiana. Wichita, Kansas, population 382,000. Again, another city that I've never heard of. Minneapolis, Minnesota. When I saw this in the last video, I thought the city looked so nice. I don't know why, just something about it looks really nice to me. Omaha, Nebraska, population 408,000. Now I want to see how these sort of cities compare to like a big city in the UK, like I'd probably say Manchester, England, population. I'd like to know how this sort of compares to. So I find it so weird. Why do some say this? Why, like, when I search this stuff up, it says this, but then it says this here. I'm gonna judge it off this one because I feel like it's definitely more than that, 100% more than that. So Greater Manchester's 2.8. I guess it's sort of like areas around it, like these sort of ones around here, but I don't know. So let's just say 2.7 million. So that's a bit too big. Maybe a city like Liverpool, maybe? No, it's just as big. 902,000. Okay, so that's a bit closer. So I'm interested to see like where that would rank in like these. The Atlanta population really surprised me. I always thought Atlanta was like, I mean, it is a big city and it's the fastest growing city, but I always just thought it was like, it would be like 1 to 2 million at least. But this did surprise me when I saw this before, the population. Because I feel like it's a really influential city in the US as well. Virginia Beach, Virginia population, 437,000. Kansas City, Missouri, 459,000. That's a nice looking city as well, man. Some of these pictures are nice. Some are just blurred as hell. Albuquerque, New Mexico, population 545,000. God damn. That's a big ass jump. Oklahoma City, 579,000. So basically 580,000. Las Vegas, Nevada, population. I got hiccups now. This surprises me as well. 583,000. I would have assumed it was way more than that, but I guess again because it's such a big tourist attraction as a city, there's just loads of tourists that sort of make the city look a lot bigger in terms of population than it actually is. It's such a crazy looking city though, man. This strip is just mind blowing to me. Portland, Oregon. This is the second Portland, population 583,000. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, population 594,000. Louisville, Kentucky, population 597. And there's still 16 states to go. Denver, Colorado, population 600,000. Whenever I see the city, the view is just crazy to me, man. Imagine living in the city where this is your view, bro. Just imagine, that's so sick to me. Like, will you be able to see these mountains, like, from wherever you live in this area? I guess if you live behind one of these buildings, you can't, but... Like, say you just go into your garden, can you just see this sort of view? If you're from... I just forgot the name of the city. If you're from Denver, like, would you just see this, like, in your back garden? Because if you do, god damn, that is a lucky-ass view to have. I'm kind of jealous, because in the UK, we don't have mountains at all. Like, let alone even hills. We don't have any of these kind of looking mountains. The scenery is just awful here. Seattle, Washington, population 608,000. Boston, Massachusetts, population 617. Baltimore, Maryland, 620,000. God damn, what a picture. Oh my god, Nashville, Tennessee, population 660,000. What a view that is. This is the Batman. Someone said in the comments, they call this like the Batman building. I do see that actually. Fuck's sake. Detroit, Michigan, 713,000. Why are some of these pictures so blurred? Charlotte, North Carolina, population 731,000. I'm just gonna search up like just because I see the Liverpool one and it says 496,000, but then it says 900,000 there. So let's just see how Charlotte, not England. So it says 872,000. So it is a bit off, but this video is 3 years old. But then it says 2 million here, so I'm kind of confused as to why it's sort of doing this. Metro area population is that. But I mean, I guess the actual Manchester one I'm going to judge it off then is of this one, and in that case, what, from here? I'm going to go back to this one. This is bigger. Milwaukee, Portland. See, these are all bigger. Okay. Now that makes it a bit easier for me to know. I should have probably looked at that before, but it is what it is. Charlotte, North Carolina, 735. Look at that skyline as well. Columbus, Ohio. God damn. This city looks nice. This river looks so clean. What the fuck? I've never seen it. This is like the most American looking city you could ever sort of expect. I mean, this river looks clean. Is this a real picture? Is this like a sort of photo generated one? Like, is this like... Because if this is an actual picture, this city looks wild to me. So the biggest city in Ohio, 787,000. Indianapolis, Indiana, engine 20,000. Jacksonville, Florida, population 821,000. Phoenix, Arizona, population 1.4 million. That's a big ass jump. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, population 1.5 million. Fucking hell. Houston, Texas, population 2.1 million. Those buildings are tripping me out. Chicago, Illinois. So it's going to be Chicago, New York, LA. 2.6 million. Yeah. Oh no, LA's second. Oh shit, 3.7 million. It's so weird. I still kind of find it interesting how they sort of judge these stats, but then some sites say it's different. I'm guessing it's the outer sort of areas, like little towns on the outskirts, etc. New York City, New York, population 8.1 million. Fucking hell. So what I want to do now... So New York population... And by the way, why I always compare to UK cities is just so I can gauge, because it sort of makes a bit more sense to me then. If that, I don't know, it's just something that helps me sort of really understand it. So the population of New York City, so 18.8 million. LA population, 12.4 million. London. Actually, let's see somewhere like Birmingham, because this is like one of the biggest cities in England. Would it be the English one? Yeah, this is the English one. 2.6 million. And then that's really the second biggest city, isn't it? Somewhere like Leeds. $1.8 million. But what is the England's biggest? I don't even know. Birmingham's the second biggest city, right? I know this is irrelevant to the video, but just so I can see. London, Greater Manchester, Leeds. Yeah, all these different ones. Where does my city even rank here? It's not here yet. There we are. Come on. Represented. So, let's see. Actually, I want to compare this. America's biggest. Spelled it wrong. I want to see where, like, in terms of size, Jacksonville. Jacksonville's fucking huge. Comparison to, like, London. Oh my god. Jeez, man. And you got, let's see just somewhere like Greater Manchester, 1.2. Where would that rank? That's a big ass. I mean, in terms of area, New York and LA are not even in the top 6. Fucking hell, I would not have expected that. So Manchester in terms of size is actually bigger than New York. God damn. I'm liking these comparisons actually. So let's see. So Norwich was 50. Oh shit. No, that's not what I want to do. So it doesn't even get to like a size of like a city like Norwich. But this is interesting seeing from this perspective. I was not expecting this at all. God damn, that's interesting. But let's see some of the comments. Wyoming has a population. Edit, I've got to stop making likeable comments. I wonder if people were actually wondering what one was. Yeah, true. I mean, to be fair, I don't know why I thought LA. I always get confused between the two, but Rip F News, yeah, it got so loud, didn't it? Cheyenne would be considered a little town in California. Ear rape music. Don't confuse the actual population of the city with the metro area. That all then the audio would be so much different and the numbers would be much higher. That's what I'm thinking. What is the metro area? Just so I fully know. Area population. The US Census employs a unit called Metropolitan Statistical Area (MSA), which includes either one, a city with a population of at least 50,000, or an urbanized area with at least 50,000 people, with a total metropolitan population of. So what defines a metropolitan area? The general concept of a metropolitan area is that the core area containing a large population nucleus together with an adjacent communities that have a higher degree of economic and social integration. Okay, I do. So it's like small towns around it that either you can consider it or you can't. I see. But I still enjoy this reaction. I've probably got a bit confused here and there, but it's still interesting to see these sort of videos. And also to see the biggest US cities in terms of size. This really surprised me. So Jacksonville, Houston, Oklahoma City, Nashville, Phoenix, San Antonio, then LA, Virginia Beach, which is also a surprise. A city with beach in the name is quite interesting to me. Like Long Beach as well, I don't know. New York, Louisville, sorry, not Louisville. Dallas, San Diego, Indianapolis, Fort Worth. Never heard of Fort Worth. Maybe in a previous video, but doesn't sound very familiar to me. Chicago's there. Even the population is massive. I don't know, this just interests me, man, but I'm just longing the video at this point. But I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you want to see more stuff like this, let me know in the comments what you'd want to see in the future. But until next time, like, subscribe, peace.